Just waiting for everyone to sit down. Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, and everyone kind of in between, thank you for joining us today in celebrating Priya and Jay's special day. I'd like to start by saying, on behalf of all of our family, what a real pleasure it is to welcome you all, and thank you all for making the journey here today to share this memorable occasion. As Priya's only brother, she didn't really have many other options on who to choose to deliver the speech. So here I am, making my first ever Brother of the Bride speech. And as I have the pleasure of being the first of the speeches, I guess I get to be the first to officially congratulate the newlyweds. And to tell Priya how great she looks today. Now, I don't want you to think that I'm showing favouritism, so Jay, you look magnificent too. Now, for the past several months, Priya and Jay have been pulling their hair out, trying to put this weekend celebration in place. And I've been constantly reminding Priya that she's been stressing too much, and that I could have planned their entire wedding in less than 1 week. But now, seeing it all come together, I realise it's not as simple as I imagined, and it probably would have taken me at least 2 weeks. But I'm sure everyone here would agree that everything worked out beautifully according to plan, and it all looks amazing. Now, I for one find it fascinating how someone can make such a huge decision in deciding that this is the special someone they want to spend the rest of their life with. So I guess this story is even more amazing, as of all the people Priya could have found to marry, she's managed to find someone as short as her. But after spending some time with Jay, I've learned that he's capable of making good choices and lifelong commitments. Yes. Jay. I am referring to his choice of devoting the rest of his footballing future to being a Tottenham fan. So, if his marriage could be measured by his love of Spurs, I'd say Priya's in good hands. Now, standing up here today, looking at Priya, I can hardly believe that she's my baby sister. Aww. But it seemed like only yesterday that I was reaching over the counter for sweets that Priya couldn't reach on her way back from school. It's hard to believe that after all these years, I have to reach over the counter for things that Priya still can't reach without a stepladder. But as children, Priya and I worked very well as a team. I used to misbehave, and Priya used to take the blame. My sister has never been one to create the centre of attention, but when she does it in style. As a small child, she used to sit like a princess in front of the TV whilst her favourite cartoons were on, and demand her dinner be brought to her. Jay, you'll be relieved to know that she's not continued this process into adult life. But growing up with an older brother has clearly had an effect over the years, as my sister is a hazard behind the wheel. And she even has several speeding tickets to prove it. But I have to say that she wasn't a tomboy though, as she also had a teddy bear collection large enough to open her own bear factory. And she was a huge fan of Backstreet Boys and Five, probably still is, with life-size posters of them covering her bedroom wall. I'd like to stress for the record that neither of these were my influence. Now, having known each other for the last 28 long years, I have a much longer list of funny and embarrassing stories about her. But because this is her special day, I'll choose not to embarrass her. But over the years, growing up together, I've seen many different sides of Priya. I've seen her laugh, and I've seen her cry. I've seen her fail, and I've seen her try. I've seen her lose her temper, and trust me, she has a temper. But along with these, I've also seen her at her happiest, which I've seen over this weekend. Me and my dad will miss her now that she's leaving, but we're also grateful she's been welcomed so warmly into an amazing family. We're also happy that you've taken the crying and the nagging too. But Priya, we're also proud of everything you've become, as I'm sure would our mother, who sadly cannot be with us today. But I'm sure that if she were here today, she too couldn't be any more proud than we are today, at the beautiful young woman you've grown up to become, and the prospect of having Jay as her son-in-law. But I know she'll agree that today is a day for happiness and looking ahead. So Jay, I'd like to officially welcome you to the family, even though you've been a part of it for a good while now. I think you've been with Priya long enough now to know what you're letting yourself in for, so I have no sympathy for you. But I hope you do realise how lucky you are, and how difficult this may be for us. Not only are we giving you our daughter, our sister, and our friend, but also our chef, our cleaner, and our maid. I'm genuinely so pleased that Priya and Jay found each other. I never thought that anyone would be good enough for my little sister, but I'm delighted to be proven wrong. Jay, you're a lovely guy who makes my sister happy. So what more could I ask? And now, as an older brother to both of you, if you're ever struggling to reach stuff in those top cupboards, please feel free, I'm only a phone call away. Well, I'm sure you'll all agree it's been a fairy tale wedding, and all we can now wish for is that it continues happily ever after. On behalf of everyone in our family, we welcome you, Jay, and we look forward to this new chapter in both of your lives. So I guess all that remains for me to do is to ask you all to please stand and join me in wishing Mr. and Mrs. Shah a long, prosperous and happy life together. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the bride and groom.
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a massive round of applause for Pratik this evening as well. And I now kindly request Marvin and Rajin, Jay's brothers, to approach the mic.